Focal clears are over-ear headphones with memory foam earpads and a leather headband. Being of the open back type, sound can leak from them, so they aren't really for trains or planes unless you want to annoy someone. You'd probably buy them for home use anyway, as these are serious headphones. The lovely microfiber covered earpads are very nice on the ears and pleasingly warming, and I didn't suffer any sweatiness. Very comfortable, and the padded headband does a good job with opposing their hefty weight. So it's not like you can really say they weigh a lot, as the pad is a kind of gravity defier anyway. They have a lovely aluminium construction and the contrasting greys and metallics are pleasing. You get a premium case and a box containing different connection cables. You get a short 3.5mm jack for use with portable devices, a longer 3m cable with a 1/4" jack, and a 3m cable with a 4-pin XLR connector. I first tried the clears with a Yamaha WXC50 streamer into a Chord DAC over coaxial, then into a JDS Labs Atom amp, also an iPhone and an iPad, into an Audioquest Dragonfly Cobalt connected to the Atom using a 3.5mm to 2 RCA Audioquest Evergreen cable. Secondly, I tried a laptop using Audivana, using the Dragonfly Cobalt DAC into the Atom with the Evergreen cable. I then paired the Qtis DAC with my Innuos Zenith source over USB into a Schiit Jotunheim headphone amp, which also has a Schiit multi-bit DAC card, so I tried that DAC as well. The JDS Labs Atom is outputting around just under a watt per channel, but using the XLR connector of the Jotunheim, it's up to around 3 watts per channel. Initially, on listening to these headphones, you could be forgiven for thinking, what's the fuss about if you've no experience of headphones at this quality or price? This is because they don't stand out as offering something distinctive in their sound quality repertoire. But this is actually why they are so good, and isn't it that the least characteristic sounding headphones sometimes are the best? It's the hi-fi cliche of neither adding or subtracting to the sound. I tried these with my sister, who, not being an experienced audiophile type person, described them as being a bit meh. Meh is her words, not mine, by the way. And I guess for those people that are not in the know, that kind of ties into my thoughts about them not having any obvious standout character. It was only until I mentioned the accuracy of bass and their natural balance and detail did she reckon them to be the best of 3 pairs of headphones we tried, 2 cheaper alternates, Meze 99 Neos and some Grado SR225s. And it's this natural balance and detail that are the main strengths of these focals. By balance, of course, we mean the way they deal with treble and bass, and they've just got it spot on. It got me thinking that they should really be named focal balance, not focal clear, because of this characteristic trait. In this sense, I guess they kind of make sense as a replacement to speakers. They're that good. They easily have the sound quality that can match similarly priced speakers. Also, what I noticed is that they reflect the source very well. So when you go from the Yamaha to the Innuos and from the laptop, you very much notice each source's sonic traits. The Zenith was obviously the most clean of all the sources, with the laptop and Yamaha introducing some edgy noise into the sound. I did find that with the JDS Labs Atom amp, they're a bit sloppy with bass, and I'd attribute this to the power, which is only just under a watt, which with these types of headphones, in my mind, isn't enough, because you need that power to get the detail and the dynamics through. Playing some Boards of Canada and some 90s house music, the Atom isn't intonated enough with bass. Considering the Jotunheim outputs around 3 watts per channel and this was just right, I wouldn't be using anything less with these headphones that do perform a lot better with more power. Also, amps like the Jotunheim aren't expensive in the scheme of things. Self-evidently, the Jotunheim was a much better headphone amp and much more flexible with the connections on offer, but I would use the balanced output at the front rather than the 1/4 inch jack, simply because it's outputting more power. I was chatting to a guy on my Facebook page who was saying that he was using a Chord Hugo 2 with the vocal clears, and I explained that I didn't think it would be enough power because it's only outputting around 500 milliwatts per channel, and based on these tests I do think these headphones, as I say, do need a bit of power. The clears are very responsive to the source and DACs. The multi-bit DAC in the Jotunheim was good, but not quite the full Monty of the Chord Cutis with the Innuos Zenith into the Jotunheim. So much so that if you are considering putting a premium system together with these vocal clears and you're considering the Jotunheim, my advice would be to forget the multi-bit DACs in the Schiit and go for something a bit better. I also found that these headphones are pretty dynamic, especially with the Jotunheim. If you had to be uber critical, this is one area of their performance where they haven't quite reached a zenith. But that doesn't mean by any stretch that they aren't good with dynamics, as they are. One comment I got on my Facebook page was from a chap who had some vocal utopias and he traded them in for these cheaper vocal clears. His comments came across as quite balanced because he gave out the strengths of the utopias as well. So I thought I'd read it out. He said that he prefers the way the clear presents the individual parts of the music. Utopias are technically superior in clarity, tonal balance, etc., but the small soundstage makes it feel congested and busy. Without making any comparison myself, because I don't have the utopias, and albeit that this is only one person's view, it says an awful lot for these headphones. The question arises as to whether they are worth £1,500. I think I'll let you make the judgment of that, because I don't currently have any headphones to compete with them at this type of price. At the time of publishing this video, I saw online that they are being offered in some places for $1,000. To conclude, they're definitely a premium headphone with a premium sound quality, and I can very much recommend them.